13. Now I have to, how do I share sound?
When you share your screen, click the bottom left-hand corner.
Before I do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good morning. Hello.
Good morning, Christine. Can you hear me?
Hi. Yes.
I can't hear you.
Oh, really? You didn't hear me?
I still don't hear you.
Why? Are you hear me?
We have a lot of technical difficulties, don't we?
Hello?
You're not muted. I don't understand why I don't hear you.
Yes, why? Okay,
She went away. I don't have any participants now. She disappeared. She must have logged out. Okay.
Hi.
I still don't hear you. Good morning.
Really? Good morning. You didn't hear me?
Can you help her? She's muted and it's not here. She can hear me, but I can't hear her.
Check the volume control on your.
Check your volume control. You have a volume control that makes it louder?
Show her this.
Do you have a volume control, Christine? Like
yeah.
this?
It's on.
She's not finding it.
On the audio in the bottom left
She's
corner.
looking at that. That's what she was just looking at. Now she's checking her connections again. I still don't hear you.
You didn't hear me now?
On the audio settings in the bottom left-hand corner.
Look in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. You have audio settings, a little picture of a speaker.
Microphone.
A microphone. On the Zoom screen, it's a microphone and it has a mute, but I don't think she's muted.
Look at the up arrow there on that. Click on the up arrow on that.
There's an up arrow on your microphone. Do you see the up arrow on your microphone in the lower left corner of the Zoom screen?
No.
In the same place on hers.
I still can't hear you. We seem to have technological difficulties almost every week.
Let me in.
Let you in?
Yeah.
I just admitted you. You're in my classroom now.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Nope, I don't hear you either.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
No, I don't hear you at all.
ايوه يا بابا المايك عندي مش عايز يشتغل في ايه؟ طب ما انت سامعاني يا بابا؟ لا المايك بتاع الكمبيوتر.
I cannot hear you, Christine.
I can hear her.
You can? So what's the matter? Why can't I?
Check your volume.
What's up?
مش عارفه يا بابا.
It's up as high as it'll go.
يا بابا ايه سامعاني بتقول لي.
She can hear me. Not my volume.
It's your end.
Hi Miss Elsa, did you hear me or no? Hello?
Hello. Can you hear me, Chris?
You heard me?
Christine.
I can hear Chris.
Yeah.
You hear Christine? Okay, it's something on my end. We need to figure out what's wrong on my end. I don't know what it is. Is it because I turned the share screen on? I didn't turn it on.
Go over here. No, you have to share your computer sound. Well, you're going to, but wait.
Sound.
Now go here, click that up button. You don't want, you're not selected the microphone correctly. Click audio, same as system. Now can she hear you?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I hear you.
She can hear me, but she's always been able to hear me. I can't hear her. It's not my speaker.
Okay. Go back over to the settings.
Here?
See the sound,
Now
the
select the
headphone.
speaker. Yes.
Can you hear me now? No, she always did hear me.
No, can you hear her?
I can't hear
you
her.
already.
I can't hear.
Check your headphone. Check your headphone. Hi.
I'm not hearing anything at all.
Can you hear the test sound?
Nope. I'm not hearing anything at all.
Your device connections, you're not.
She's always been able to hear me. I can't hear her.
Your system isn't.
No. What happened?
Turn on original sound up there in the upper left corner.
You'll speak through the microphone. Okay, Christine, say something.
Are you there?
Hi. No?
Not working. Our sound is gone.
Can you hear anything?
Are you,
Yes, I
can you?
Can you hear?
No, I don't hear anything. Play test sounds. I don't hear that either. I didn't hear anything. You didn't click on I didn't hear anything. My microphone's working because it's showing that I'm speaking,
Yes.
but I'm not hearing anything.
You're not getting. Plug this into the front of your computer. You know, a speaker jack there.
I don't know where it is. I can't see anything down there.
You have a
It's black
flashlight?
on black. What?
Do you have a flashlight?
No.
Now can you hear?
Now I can hear.
Can you hear Christine?
Can Christine? Yes, I hear you now.
Can she hear you?
I'll speak as good.
Must be a problem with where my speakers were plugged in or my microphone was plugged in. But I can hear now.
Okay.
How are you?
Good.
Are you going to leave my meeting now? My husband's still in my meeting. He's
Yeah,
going to,
but
there, he just left. Okay. So,
thank you for that.
I'm sorry?
Say thank you to him.
I think he can speak English. I don't think I need to teach him English.
Sometimes.
Sometimes he said, okay. All right, I'm glad we got that figured out. Sometimes I get real tired of the technical difficulties we have. We're going to start on Unit 6 today.
Yes.
So,
Can you hear me now? Because
yes, I hear you. I hear you fine now. Thank you.
Okay.
It was a problem on my end, and I didn't realize what it was.
Yes, okay.
I didn't think anything had changed, but apparently that the place where I had my speakers plugged in quit working.
Has some help.
I'm sure. Okay. So we're on page 105, and we're looking at the preview. Look at the picture. What do you think those people are talking about?
Is it talking about the past?
Yes, pictures in a picture album, right? It looks like a grandfather and a grandson,
Yeah.
and they're talking about pictures in a photo album. It says identify events with family and friends, talk about past activities, recognize U.S. holidays, talk about milestones, talk about something that happened, and write an absence note to a teacher. Have you ever had to write an absence note for your children when they miss school? And you have to write a note to the teacher?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to talk about that today too. So we're going to start with our vocabulary on page 106. Look at the pictures. They've got 8 pictures here. And on page 107, there's a list of events with family and friends. And we're going to go over that list. And these pictures are of those kinds of events. So the first one is a birthday party. Number 2 is a wedding. Now, they want you to pay attention to the fact that if the event, the words that they're using start with a consonant, then that you use a. But if it starts with a vowel, the vowels are A, E, I, O, U. If it starts with a vowel, we use an. Okay, so we'll pay attention to that. So a birthday party, a wedding, an anniversary party, a funeral, a family reunion, a graduation party, a holiday meal, a baby shower, a barbecue, a retirement party, a potluck dinner, and a surprise party. So, which ones of these events have you celebrated, Christine? Have you had a
Celebrating about birthday party
birthday party?
and anniversary party.
Okay, a barbecue.
Barbecue.
A family reunion or a wedding?
Yes. family
Or,
reunion.
okay, an anniversary party is number 3.
Yes.
We're about to have a holiday meal this week. Do you have a big meal for Thanksgiving,
Yes.
Christine? Yes?
Yes.
We always
Yes.
have a big meal. We used to have a lot of family get together, but we don't do that very much anymore.
Yeah.
It's just our immediate family that's right here.
Uh-huh.
So these are things. Now, we won't have any classes next week at all. Okay, Christine? In Robertson County, there's no school next week. I don't know about
Yes.
in Montgomery County, but we won't be
Next,
having any class next week.
next,
I'm sorry?
next Thursday, you mean?
There
The
won't
next
be any
Thursday?
class. No class next week.
Yes, you are right. Thanksgiving.
No
Yes.
class next week because of the holiday. So it'll be 2 weeks before we
If
have a
you want
class.
to take it like okay. If you
Okay.
want to take the class like today is Wednesday before the Thursday, it's okay. I didn't mind. It's okay.
Let's just wait. We'll just have it in 2 weeks. We'll just miss 1 week.
Okay.
Okay, we'll just
Okay.
miss 1 week. All right, so we're going to talk about the rest of this vocabulary. It says look at the pictures, and then we're going to listen. On the CD, they're going to go through this list again, okay? The same list that I
Okay.
just went through, they're going to do it on the CD. So let me see if I can make that play. Not
Okay.
having a lot of luck today, so we will see. Okay. Oh, I didn't do something. I got to go back. I need to go back to share screen again. Stop share.
Yes.
Share screen. Share sound. Then DVD. Track 15, I think, right?
Unit 6.
Can you hear that?
In the past.
Yes.
Page 106. What do you know? Exercise B. Listen. 1,
A birthday party.
2,
A wedding.
3,
An anniversary party.
4,
A funeral.
5,
A family reunion.
6,
A graduation party.
7,
A holiday meal.
8,
A baby shower.
9,
A barbecue.
10,
A retirement party.
11,
A potluck dinner.
12.
A surprise party.
Listen and repeat. 1,
A birthday party.
A birthday party.
A birthday party.
2,
A wedding.
A wedding.
3,
An anniversary party.
An anniversary party.
4,
A funeral.
A funeral.
5,
A family reunion.
A family reunion.
6,
A graduation party.
A graduation party.
7,
A holiday meal.
A holiday meal.
8,
A baby shower.
A baby shower.
9,
A barbecue.
A barbecue.
10,
A retirement party.
A retirement party.
11,
A potluck dinner.
A potluck dinner.
12,
A surprise party.
A surprise party.
Okay. Christine, I have to step away from the computer for a minute. Look at that table on page 106 and see if you can
Okay.
fill some of that in, okay?
Okay.
This is why I don't like it plugged in down there.
think I can, I'll see if I can fix it. Let me get back. Oh. You want to try plugging it in up here again?
No, not right now. We'll worry about that later. Right now I'm trying to teach.
Okay.
Okay. I'm back. I'm having problems with where this is plugged in, but we'll deal with that later. Can you hear me, Christine?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Everything is okay with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's look at this. I had to plug it in down below, so when I get up from the computer, my feet get tangled in the cord. So we'll fix it later.
No.
At this next part, we're talking about the events and what's going on. They want you to look at the pictures and decide how you might dress. What kind of clothes would you wear if you were going to these different events? When would you dress formally? Do you understand dressing formally?
Yes.
You wear really nice clothes?
Yes.
And when would you dress casually? And casually is shorts and t-shirts or whatever, something comfortable, right?
Yes.
So they have different ideas. When would you give gifts? So there's certain events where you might take a gift, and events where you might dress formally, and events where you might dress casually. So let's look at these events that they gave you. If you were going to a birthday party, would you take a gift?
Yes.
Yes. And the dress would probably be casual. 90% of the time a birthday party is a casual dress.
Yes.
What about a wedding?
It's formal dress?
Yes, formal dress. Would you take a gift?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, a gift for a wedding. And 3 is an anniversary party.
Is casual?
It might be casual, it might be formal. It would depend on the people, I think.
Yes.
And usually you don't give gifts at an anniversary party because, especially like if it's 50 years wedding anniversary, they probably don't want a lot of things.
Yes.
So a gift is usually not appropriate at an anniversary party.
Yeah.
What about a funeral?
It's a formal dress?
Probably formal dress, nicer than casual, right? And you don't take gifts to a funeral.
Yes.
Number 5 is a family reunion.
It's casual dress?
Casual dress. 99% of the time it's going to be casual dress.
Yeah.
And you don't usually take any gifts, right? A graduation party.
It's a formal dress?
Well, I think that depends on the people because and where you're having the party might make a difference. But usually graduation, it's young people and they don't generally dress formally. So generally it would not be formal. But and you might take a gift or you might not. I don't know. Usually when you have a graduation party, a lot of kids are graduating at the same time. All their friends are graduating at the same time. So taking a gift may not make sense. Okay,
Yes.
you might give a gift to your child, but probably not for all the graduates at the graduation party. And number 7 is a holiday meal like Thanksgiving.
I think it's a formal or
I think it's casual unless you're going someplace that requires formal dress. Usually it's family. So with family, you don't generally have formal dress with a family gathering. And you don't take gifts at Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Number 8,
Baby shower?
baby shower.
It's casual.
Yes.
Yes.
And you should take a gift to a
Yes.
baby shower.
Take a bit.
So you take a gift to a baby shower. A barbecue.
It's casual also?
Yes, it's casual and no gifts, right?
Yes.
Casual dress. A retirement party.
I think it's a formal dress.
I think it depends on the people.
Yes.
Like, for instance, this one they're having it at work, so you would be dressed like you would dress for work.
Yes.
So it's not really formal dress, but you might be dressed appropriately for appropriate work attire. And 11 is a potluck dinner.
No, it's casual.
Casual dress. A potluck dinner is usually going to be casual dress, and you don't take any gifts. Okay.
Take food.
You take food. That's what potluck means. Everybody brings food. And number 12 is a surprise party.
Yes, it's casual or
Probably casual dress, and you should probably take a gift. It's a surprise party.
It's a surprise. Yes.
Okay, so that's the gift giving and the way you would dress. Are any of these different from the way you would do them in Egypt?
Yes, we celebrate by the wedding and birthday, and most of the event we already celebrate. Yes.
You celebrate most of the same holidays?
Yes, the same, yeah.
And do you normally dress formally for these things when you go to family
No,
gatherings?
no,
No?
no.
Okay.
But we didn't have the Thanksgiving holiday.
Right, that's a very American holiday.
Yes. We have only Christmas, the Coptic Christmas in
Coptic Christmas.
January,
Right.
December.
My, go ahead. My daughter works at Opryland Hotel.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of Egyptians who work at Opryland Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And she's very familiar with Coptic Christmas. It lasts a longer period of time, right?
Yes, yes.
How long does Coptic Christmas last? How many days?
Fasting, for the fasting?
Just the holiday, how many days?
It's only 1 or 2 days. Only one
Is
or
it?
2 days.
Okay.
Yeah, not a long.
Okay. She says they have different days off for their holidays than we have for Christmas here.
Yes.
So,
and we have the Easter days, Easter holiday.
What holiday was that?
Easter.
Easter. Easter? So you do have an Easter holiday too?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, let's look at this. So we're talking about the differences in your country and ours. Let's look at the workbook. I think we have a vocabulary lesson in the workbook too. And the workbook is page 62 and 63. And these pictures are the same pictures that you have in your book.
Yes.
So if you're not sure, you can refer back to the book and it will give you the answers for all of these pictures.
Mm-hmm.
So number 1 is an anniversary party. They did number 1 for you.
Yes.
What's number 2?
It's surprise party.
Yes, a surprise party. A surprise party. And number 3?
Graduation party.
A graduation party. Very good. And number 4?
A funeral.
A funeral. Yes, a funeral. And number 5?
It is a potluck dinner.
Yes, a potluck dinner. And number 6?
Birthday party.
A birthday party. And number 7?
This one is a family reunion.
Yes, a family reunion. Number 7 is a family reunion. And number 8?
A wedding.
A wedding. And number 9?
A retirement party.
Yes, a retirement party. Okay, so now we go over to exercise B on page 63.
Hello.
Complete the sentences with events from exercise A. So we're going to use those same names.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Jim Spiller, but
We're going to use those.
Roland lives with me, yes.
We're going to use those same events in
Yeah.
exercise B at the top of page 63.
Okay.
I'm going to a wedding on Saturday. My friends Artie and Ramelan are getting married.
Yeah.
Ramelan, how would you say that name?
It's a wedding.
Yes, a wedding. Number 1 is a wedding. You try number 2.
Bob has worked at our company for 25 years. Today is his last day of work. We having a retirement party for him at lunch.
Very good. We're having a retirement party for him at lunch. Very good. Number 3.
We are going to...
Okay, the next sentence says everyone has to bring a different dish of food. So what kind of a gathering do you bring food?
We're going to a holiday meal.
A potluck, probably a potluck dinner. So that's probably a potluck dinner.
Mm-hmm.
You have a potluck dinner, everyone brings a different dish of food, okay?
Okay.
When we were having our English classes at the church, at Thanksgiving, we would always have a potluck dinner, and we would ask all of the students to bring a dish typical of the country you're from. So you would bring something typical of Egypt to this,
Yeah.
and then you would share the things that are from your country with the people that are not from your country. So it'd be kind of interesting. Well, we can't do those things anymore. Maybe next year, we'll see.
Oh.
So a potluck dinner is when you bring a different dish of food. Number 4, Myung Hee and In Ho Park got married on April 16th, 1979. Today is April 16th. Tonight they're having what?
Anniversary party.
An anniversary party. Very good. They're having an anniversary party. My grandparents are planning something this summer. All of my cousins, aunts, and uncles are going to be there. When all the family comes, what do they call that?
It's family reunion.
Yes, a family reunion. Very good. You said you've had one of those. You have them in Egypt. Is that because
Yes.
that's where most of your family is?
Yes.
And when everybody goes home to Egypt, then you have a family reunion.
Yeah.
Number 6. Ted is 50 years old today. He doesn't know it, but his friends are having what for him? When he doesn't know, what do they call that?
It's a birthday party.
It's a surprise party.
Surprise.
Because he doesn't know about it, so it's a surprise party.
Yes.
When the person doesn't know it's going to happen, it's called a surprise party, okay?
Okay.
Martin is going to something today. His uncle Louis died. He was 99 years old. So where's he going?
To a funeral.
Yes, to a funeral. Very good. He's going to a funeral today. His uncle died. This is Tatiana's last day of high school. Her parents are very proud. They're having what?
A graduation.
Yes,
party.
a graduation party. Very good. I'm not going to play the CD out of the workbook because I'm having problems with that CD.
Okay.
So let's go through these events. I wrote the answers in my book. You're listening to conversations and talking about the kinds of events they're attending. Number 1 is a potluck dinner. And you can copy the words from the previous page. But number 1 is a potluck dinner. That means everybody's bringing some kind of food to share with everybody else. What's going on with Roland?
Nothing.
What was that call about?
From Regina. They just rescheduled her.
What?
They rescheduled Regina's afternoon appointment.
Oh, okay. Okay. Number 1 is a potluck dinner. Number 2 is a retirement party. Number 3 is a surprise party. And number 4 is a family reunion. And we've already talked about all of those, so you know what all of those are. All right, let's go back to the big book. Talking and speaking. Talk about past activities. Look at these pictures. I don't know, do you do scrapbooking, Christine?
Sorry?
Do you scrapbook? Do you save pictures in albums to go back and look at later?
Yeah, no.
No. Most people today don't do that. You can do it on your phone. You can make albums and things like that. My son was in scouting for about, I don't know, 12 or 15 years.
Yeah.
And I did an album. I made two different photo albums, one from when he was little and he was in Cub Scouts, and then when he was a Boy Scout. And I have photo albums of all the events that he went to and places he went and things like that. And he can go back and look at the pictures in those albums. I don't do that anymore. You have to have a particular reason to do it. It's a lot of work, too. But I did that for him when he was younger, so he has those to look back on. We're going to talk about these pictures here. Look at the pictures. Which of these activities do you do with your family or friends? So number 1 is listening to family stories. Does your family share family stories?
Yeah.
It's kind of fun to do that about different things that have happened to family members. Sometimes they're funny. Sometimes they're just really great things to remember.
Yeah.
The next one is look at old photos. That's what I was talking about, scrapbooking. You go through photo albums and look at old photos. The next one is stay up late. When you're together with all your family, do you stay up late? Stay up late.
Stay up late is,
like if you normally go to bed at 10 o'clock, you might stay up till midnight or 1 a.m. and talk with family. Yes, you stay up late.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so I know when I used to go and visit family, we would stay up late and talk about things. It was really neat.
Yeah.
And then the last one is dance all night.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever done that.
We are not dancing, but we stay up late.
But dance all night. Okay, so we're going to listen to the CD again.
Okay.
We're going to look at this picture of Michelle and Sam.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think they're talking about? Well, where do you think they are?
No, I don't know. It's
Looks like they might be at work, at their job.
the
Okay?
job.
At their
Yeah.
work. Okay? They both have a cup of coffee, so they must be on their coffee break. And they're
Yeah.
at work, and I don't know what they would be talking about. Maybe they're talking about something that has already happened. Maybe what happened last weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's listen to the CD and see what really is going on. So I will play that, track 16. So let me go to that. Oh, I have to do something else first. Let me go here, share screen, share sound, track 16.
Page 108. Listen. Exercises B and C.
How was your weekend? How was the family reunion?
It was really nice, thanks. My whole family showed up.
Sounds great.
Yeah, it was fun. We looked at old pictures and listened to family stories.
Okay, now we're going to listen again.
Page 108. Listen. Exercises B and C.
How was your weekend? How was the family reunion?
It was really nice, thanks. My whole family showed up.
Sounds great.
Yeah, it was fun. We looked at old pictures and listened to family stories.
Okay, now we're going to circle
Yes.
true or false in this exercise. So let's look at the statements. Michelle asks Sam about his weekend. Is that true or false?
Yes, true.
True. Very good. That one's true. Number 2, Sam was at a wedding last weekend.
Not false. It's
That's
a family.
false. That's
family
right. He was at a
reunion.
family reunion. That's exactly right. So he was not at a wedding. That's false. Sam watched old movies last weekend.
False. Watch
False.
old pictures.
They looked at pictures and they did something else. Number 4 says Sam listened to family stories.
Yes.
That one's true. So they stayed up late and listened to family stories and visited with their family, and they had a really good time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that one. The conversation is longer, so let's listen again. And this time, I think it'll start out the same, but it'll be a longer conversation.
Okay.
Find this. Share screen. It's not playing.
Page 108. Listen. Exercise D.
How was your weekend? How was the family reunion?
It was really nice, thanks. My whole family showed up.
Sounds great.
Yeah, it was fun. We looked at old pictures and listened to family stories. How about you?
My weekend was pretty good. I had a surprise party on Saturday night.
Really? Was it someone's birthday?
No, it wasn't a birthday. I just invited some friends over. Then some other friends came over and, surprise, it was a party.
Very good. So that's how you can have a surprise party. I invited some friends over and they invited some more, and we ended up with a surprise party.
Yeah.
So in the exercise D at the bottom, what did Michelle do last weekend?
It's a surprise party.
A surprise
B.
party. Letter B. Yes, letter B, a surprise party. Okay, now we're going to do a conversation. Well, we're going to do words first. Before we do the words, let's look at that pronunciation watch up there in the upper right corner. It says the ED ending adds an extra syllable after the sound T or D. It does not add an extra syllable after other sounds. So sometimes when you hear the ed at the end, it's the same syllable. It doesn't add an extra syllable, but sometimes it does. So let's look at these words, and we're going to listen, and then we're going to repeat. Go to share screen, track 18.
Page 109. Conversation. Exercise A. Listen.
Invited. Needed.
Looked. Dropped.
Listened. Showed.
Okay, now we're going to repeat.
Listen and repeat.
Invited.
Invited.
Needed.
Needed.
Looked.
Looked.
Dropped.
Dropped.
Listened.
Listened.
Showed.
Showed. Okay. Oops, it didn't stop. It didn't stop. Why didn't it stop?
Showed.
Okay. I don't know why it did that again. All right, let's look at exercise B. It says, say the words to yourself. For which verbs does ed add a syllable? And circle the number. So let's first say these words and see when is an extra syllable added when we add ed. Number 1 is danced. Does that add a syllable? Danced.
Actually, I didn't understand what is the syllable of ed.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
it's all right. We're on exercise B on page 109, exercise B.
Yes.
Say the words, it says to yourself. We're going to say them out loud.
Mhm.
For which verbs does the ed ending add a syllable? So when is it an extra syllable? At the top of the page it said you got an extra syllable. Remember how I told you about syllables when you say a word? Invited. Invited. So you
Yeah, I remember.
invited, that's 3 syllables. Needed, looked, dropped, listened, showed. So you can see when there's an extra syllable
Yeah.
by the way you say the word. So let's look at danced. When we say danced, we danced all night. Did it add an extra syllable?
No.
No. Dance did not add an extra syllable. I will dance with you. I danced all night. It's the same one syllable. I danced all night. So it's just one syllable. Number 2 is visited. I will visit with you today. I visited with you yesterday.
Yes.
Yes, it adds an extra syllable. Visited. It's got 3 syllables.
3.
Visit is 2. Visited is 3.
3.
Okay? So visited adds a syllable. So we're going to circle number 2. Number 3 is watched. Tonight I will watch TV. Last night I watched a movie. So watch and watched. It does not
So
add does not add a syllable. Number 4 is wanted. I want to go out tonight. I wanted to go out last night. Okay, I want, 1 syllable. I wanted. 2. Wanted is 2 syllables. I wanted. So you circle number 4. I will talk with you tomorrow. I talked with you yesterday. Talk and talked.
2 also?
No, 1 syllable. It does not add an extra syllable for ed.
Okay.
I will stay with you today. I stayed with you yesterday. Stay and stayed It's the same, just
It's the same.
one syllable. So that one is not add a syllable.
Yeah.
So if you look at the pronunciation watch, it tells you that you only add the extra syllable if the word ends in T or D.
Mm-hmm.
Dance does not end in T or D. Visit does end in T, so that one added an extra syllable. Watch ends in CH. It did not add an extra syllable. Wanted, want ends in T, so we added an extra syllable with wanted.
Yeah.
5 is talked. Talk does not end in T or D, so that does not add an extra syllable. And stayed. Stayed does not end in T or D, so that did not add an extra syllable. Okay?
Okay.
All right, let's look at exercise C, and we'll listen and check your answers. So I'll try this again and see if I can make this work. CD track 19. Okay, play.
Page 109, Conversation. Exercise C. 1,
Danced.
2,
Visited.
3,
Watched.
4,
Wanted.
5,
Talked.
6,
Stayed.
Okay, so we did all of those. Now we're going to have a conversation, and we're going to listen and repeat the conversation. And the conversation is there in your book, so you can read it while we listen. And after we listen, then we'll listen and repeat.
Okay.
Page 109, Conversation. Exercise C. 1,
I'm sorry, we want to do
Dance.
exercise D.
Page 109, Conversation. Exercise D. Listen.
How was your weekend? How was the family reunion?
It was really nice, thanks. My whole family showed up.
Sounds great.
Yeah, it was fun. We looked at old pictures and listened to family stories.
Listen and repeat.
How was your weekend?
How was your weekend?
How was your weekend?
How was the family reunion?
How was the family
How was
reunion?
your family reunion?
It was really nice, thanks.
It was really nice,
It was
thanks.
really nice, thanks.
My whole family showed up.
My whole family showed
Family
up.
showed up.
Sounds great.
Sounds
Sounds
great.
good.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
it was
fun.
fun.
We looked at old pictures and listened to family stories.
We looked
We
at
looked
all.
at all pictures and listened to family stories.
Very good.
Page 109, Conversation.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, we're going to go down to the bottom. And this is one of those conversations where we choose words from the blue, green, and red boxes on the right.
Mhm.
So if you want to start, and then I will switch places with you.
Okay.
You read part A, and I'll read part B.
Okay. How was your weekend? How was the anniversary party?
It was really nice, thanks. My whole family showed up.
Sounds great.
Yeah, it was fun. We watched family movies and talked about old times. How was your weekend? How was the barbecue?
It was really nice, thanks. My whole family showed up.
Sounds great.
Yeah, it was fun. We cooked a lot of food and played games.
Very good. And played games. Very good. Okay, so let's look over on page 110. We're still talking about past activities. We're going to do this grammar box, and I like to do these by reading it and have you repeat after me. So I'll
Okay.
read this first in the affirmative and then in the negative.
Mhm.
I looked at old pictures yesterday.
I looked at old picture yesterday.
She looked at old pictures yesterday.
She looked at old pictures yesterday.
They looked at old pictures yesterday.
They looked at old picture yesterday.
In the negative, I didn't cook dinner last night.
I didn't cook dinner last night.
She didn't cook dinner last night.
She didn't cook dinner last night.
They didn't cook dinner last night.
They didn't cook dinner last night.
For most regular verbs, add ed. So we're talking about in the past. So for most regular verbs in the past, it already happened, we're going to add ed to the verb. For example, want, I want to go out tonight. I wanted to go out last night. So we added ed. Want is wanted. For verbs that end in e, you just add d. So if it ends in e, we just have to add a d. We're not going to add an extra e in the middle, okay? So for example, invite,
Invite.
invited. It already had an e on the end, so we're not going to add an extra e. We're just going to add the d. But that one does add a syllable because it has that t sound. If it has a t sound or a d sound, we're going to add it will add an extra syllable when we say the word. Okay, so complete the letter. They have a letter down here. They want you to use the simple past of the words in parentheses. So remember, if it's simple past, we're going to change it from the present tense to the past tense by adding ed. Okay? Hi, sis, how are you? I know you really wanted to go to Josh's birthday party last Saturday. You try the next one, Christine.
We missed you.
We missed you. So we added
Right?
ed, but it doesn't add a syllable. We missed you. Josh and Rebecca,
Yes. Yes.
what did
We
they
missed
do?
you.
Invited. Josh and Rebecca invited
Invited a lot of people.
And almost
And
everyone
everyone showed up.
showed up. Very good. Showed up. There was a lot of food, and I
helped in the kitchen.
Yes, I helped in the kitchen. It does not add an extra syllable. So you say help, I helped. I helped in the kitchen. Then Josh
played some music.
Very good. He played some music. We all
danced.
We all danced and
didn't want to stop.
Very good. And didn't want to stop. Because we used did and we made did not, want does not need an ed. Okay, so we didn't want to stop. Go on. We're going to use did again.
We didn't need to get up early.
Very good. We didn't need to get up early the next day, so everyone
stayed late.
Very good. Everyone stayed late. It was a fun party. Talk to you soon. Very good.
Yes.
Complete the conversation. Use the past tense forms of the words in the box. So the words are in the box at the top of the exercise. And we're going to go through this conversation. A, you look a little tired this morning. B says, yeah, I invited some friends over last night. You want to try the next one?
Yes. I invited some friends over last night. They stayed up until late.
Well, it's going to say they didn't leave until late. It has not leave in the box. And when they use not, you need to say did not or didn't. They did not leave until late. So they did not leave until late.
And then I cleaned
Yes,
I cleaned.
I cleaned the house. It was a mess. And then I cleaned the house. It was a mess.
It was a mess.
You
You
look a
look.
little tired too.
Yes. I am. I visit my
Yes.
cousin last night.
I visited. You're going to add ed.
Yeah.
I visited my cousin last night.
hmm We we wanted soccer
Oh, we
play.
watched we
We watched
watched a
game.
soccer game on TV.
Yes,
We watched
we watched.
a soccer game on TV. We watched
hmm
a soccer game on TV. Now you're going to use want.
I stayed up to see the end.
I wanted to see the end, so
I stayed up late.
very good. I wanted to see the end, so I stayed up late. Very good. I wanted to see the end, so I stayed up late. Now look over on page 111. Read Kathy's to-do list.
Look at picture.
The first one is visit Mrs. Parker, call Joe, finish homework, watch a movie, return the movie to the video store, walk the dog, go to the supermarket, and bake cookies. So these are all the things on Kathy's to-do list.
Yeah.
So let's look at the pictures of the things she did after work today and check the things that she did today on the list. So the first one, she's knocking on the door at the Parker's house.
She visited Mr. Parker.
She visited Mrs. Parker. So we're going to put a check mark by visit Mrs. Parker because she visited Mrs. Parker. The next thing is she was watching a movie. So she watched, past tense, she watched a movie. So we're going to put a check mark by watch a movie.
Yeah.
And the third one, what did she do?
She walked the dog.
Yes, she walked the dog. So we're going to put a check mark by walk the dog. And in the last picture?
She baked cookies.
Yes, she baked cookies. So we're going to put a check mark by bake cookies. So those are the things that she did. So she did not call Joe, right? She did not finish homework.
Yeah.
She did not return the movie to the video store. We don't use video stores very much anymore. I think they still have Redbox in some places. And she did not go to the supermarket.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's using simple past tense of verbs. All right, let's go back to our workbook. On page 64, we're going to talk about past activities. It says complete the paragraph, use the simple past forms of the words in parentheses. So the first one, Amy and Tom stayed at home yesterday. Want to try the next one?
Yes. Amy baked cookies.
She baked cookies, B-A-K-E-D. She baked cookies, and Tom cleaned the kitchen. So you're going to add ed. Clean, add ed. Yes. Cleaned the kitchen. They both washed. They both washed the dishes. Yes. Tom
fixed
a leaking faucet. Tom fixed a leaking faucet, and Amy painted the front door. Amy painted the front door. They
worked hard.
They worked hard. Worked hard. It's not two syllables, it's one syllable. Yes. They worked hard. In the evening, Amy and Tom
wanted to relax.
Yes, wanted to relax. So this is a tricky one.
So they went.
Went, very good, went. The past tense of go is went.
Yes,
they
to the Italian restaurant for dinner.
Yes, they went to an Italian restaurant for dinner. Very good. Now again, they're going to have you play this track, but If you want to go back and play the track out of your workbook, you can, but for some reason
Okay.
my CD's acting up.
It's okay.
So I'll just tell you the answers if you want to write them in.
Okay.
Rich says, how was the family reunion? So we're going to write family reunion in the first blank. How was the family reunion? Very nice. We all missed you. Yeah, I was sorry I couldn't go. Who was there? The whole family showed up. Showed up. SHOWED.
Yeah.
The whole family showed up. All the aunts, uncles, and cousins. Aunt Lucy, too? Of course. Everyone listened to her family stories. So that blank is family stories. And we looked at old photos and watched movies of Grandma and Grandpa's wedding. So they used to film these things on Super 8 tapes, and you could watch them on your TV with the right projection equipment. So they watched movies of Grandma and Grandpa's wedding. Rich says, oh yeah, I'm sorry I missed that. And Ann says, well, you should have come. We had a great time. We stayed up late and talked all night. So we stayed up late and talked all night. Really? I'll definitely have to go next time. All right, let's go over to page 65. Look at the picture of the Park family's barbecue last weekend. What did the people do? So we're going to say everything in the past tense. We're going to talk about what they did at the barbecue last weekend in the past. So the first one they did for you, In-ho and Soon-ah danced at the barbecue. They danced at the barbecue. So pick some other people in the picture. It looks like Min-ji and Jae-in.
Played a football.
They played soccer. They played soccer. Min-ji and Jae-in played soccer. They're kicking a soccer ball back and forth. So Min-ji and Jae-in played soccer. What did John do? He
is barbecue.
He cooked burgers. He cooked burgers on the grill. He cooked burgers on the grill. And Judy?
Judy, she singing.
She sang songs, and David played the guitar. So David played the guitar, and Judy sang songs, while Suna and In-ho danced. Okay, so David played the guitar, and Judy sang songs. That's an irregular verb. Today I sing, yesterday I sang, okay? It's an irregular verb. It doesn't act the way most verbs do. There's no ed. And Hannah and James?
They ate, lunch?
They ate lunch at the table, yes. Hannah and James ate at the table, yes. And that's an irregular verb also. Then they want you to describe an event that you've attended with family and talk about it in the past tense. Can you think of an event? What's a recent event you've attended with your family?
We attend my kid's birthday. We celebrate my kid's birthday.
Okay, you celebrated your child's birthday.
Yes.
Okay, very good. What did you do at your child's birthday party?
We danced together.
Okay, we danced.
And we sang a song.
And we sang songs. Very good.
And then we ate together a cake.
And then we ate together. We ate cake. Very good. For the birthday. Very good. Those are the same kinds of things we do. We don't usually sing songs. We're not a very musical family. But we do have cake together. And we usually have a special meal for our children when it's their birthday. We let them choose what they want to eat for dinner. Now, We used to go out for birthdays and
Yes,
go
we
someplace
actually go
special.
out. Yes.
Well, yeah, we used to, but we don't do that anymore, so it's difficult. All right, so let's go back to our big book. Lesson 4 in the big book is on page 112.
Yeah.
Recognize U.S. holidays. So we're going to talk about U.S. holidays. We have one next week. Next week is Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, yes.
Yes. And then the next big holiday after that will be Christmas.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to talk about these different holidays and where they occur on the calendar. Now, sometimes the exact date will change because in the U.S., a lot of holidays have moved to the Monday that is nearest the holiday. We used to celebrate President Washington's birthday and President Lincoln's birthday on the 12th and the 22nd of February. They recently combined those two into one birthday and they call it President's Day. And it's usually the Monday that occurs between the 12th and the 22nd. So that's where President's Day is on the calendar. So let's look at these different holidays. New Year's Day. New Year's Day, of course, is always on January 1st.
Yeah.
The first day is always called the first day of January. New Year's Day is January 1st. Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and this is on the 21st of January.
Yes.
And that's another one of those that moves around so that it always occurs on a Monday. Okay, so it may change from year to year because it'll always be on a Monday. And President's Day, that's the one I just described to you, always happens sometime between the 12th and the 22nd. On this calendar, it's marked on the 18th of February. So President's Day is on the 18th of February. Number 4 is Memorial Day. Memorial Day is the last Monday in May. And Memorial Day is when we celebrate soldiers who've died in combat. So we celebrate that on Memorial Day. And number 5 is Independence Day. That's in July, and that one is always on the 4th of July.
Yeah,
that holiday never gets moved, okay?
Yeah.
It's always going to be on July 4th. Whatever day that is, it'll always be on July 4th. So Independence Day is on July 4th. Labor Day. Labor Day is always the first Monday in September. So it's on September 1st on this calendar. So Labor Day is always the first Monday in September. Columbus Day. Columbus Day was October the 12th. Is that right? October 12th? But that's another one that they move around depending so that it'll fall on a Monday. They did that so that people could have 3-day weekends when they celebrate these holidays, okay? So Columbus Day on this calendar is on the 13th.
Yeah.
But Columbus Day originally was on October the 12th. So this one is on the 13th so that it could be celebrated on a Monday. Veterans Day is always on November the 11th, and that's another one that we don't move. It always happens on November the 11th. Now, we might change the day we celebrate it. For instance, in Clarksville, especially, they always do the Veterans Day parade on a Saturday. So they always do it on the Saturday that's closest to Veterans Day. So this past year, I think it was on the 7th. It was on the 7th because our scouts were up there to be in the parade. So we were in the parade on the 7th for Veterans Day. So Veterans Day is always going to be on the 11th. They never change the date of Veterans Day, but some places may change the day they celebrate it because in order to have people attend the parade, they want to have it on a day when the children are not in school. So the children here in Robertson County, they don't get Veterans Day off. So we did it on the 7th in Clarksville. Apparently they don't get it off in Clarksville either. Did your kids go to school last week on Veterans Day, on Wednesday? Last week on Wednesday, did your children go to school? I've lost you, Christine. You've stopped moving.
The sound is got lost here. Unstable.
Are you there now? So last week on Wednesday,
This is good, right? Yes.
did your children go to school?
No, they are
No?
off, yes,
They
from
were off
school.
on Wednesday? Okay,
No, they
that's
off. Yes,
Montgomery County, they let them off on Veterans Day. In Robertson County, they don't let them
yes.
off on Veterans Day. Now they did
They are not.
extend our Thanksgiving holiday next week. In Robertson County, they've extended the Thanksgiving holiday to be a full week. So there's no school the whole entire week next week in Robertson County.
Yes.
They did that so they can have sanitation crews come into the schools and clean everything very thoroughly, because they need to do that every so often, especially with this pandemic. So they gave them the whole week so crews could come in and clean the schools very thoroughly.
Okay.
So Veterans Day is always on November the 11th. Thanksgiving Day is always on the fourth Thursday. So you look at the calendar and you count down to the fourth Thursday. On this calendar, it's on the 27th.
Yeah.
On our calendar this year, it'll be on the 26th, because the 26th is the fourth Thursday. It's always on the fourth Thursday of November. And Christmas Day is another one. We never change the date. December 25th. December 25th is Christmas Day, and it will always be on December 25th, no matter what. Okay?
Yes.
So those are the holidays and when they occur. And they showed you on these calendars when they happen. So we're going to listen and check your answers. Did you write down all those holidays as I went through those? Christine, did you write those holidays in on those blanks? Okay. So now we're going to listen to the CD and check the answers. So let me go to the CD. Okay. Track 21. Track 21.
Page 112. Recognize U.S. holidays. Exercise B. Listen. 1,
New Year's Day.
2,
Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
3,
President's Day.
4,
Memorial Day.
5,
Independence Day.
6,
Labor Day.
7,
Columbus Day.
8,
Veterans Day.
9,
Thanksgiving.
10.
Christmas.
Listen and repeat. 1,
New Year's Day.
New Year's Day.
2,
Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
3,
President's Day.
President's Day.
4,
Memorial Day.
Memorial Day.
5,
Independence Day.
Independence Day.
6,
Labor Day.
Labor Day.
7,
Columbus Day.
Columbus Day.
8,
Veterans Day.
Veterans Day.
9,
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
10.
Christmas.
Christmas.
Okay.
Page 112.
I'm having a problem clicking too many times. Okay. Okay, so that was the holidays that they showed on those calendars. They want us to look at the calendars again and listen to the conversations. So we're going to listen to the conversations on the CD, and they're going to talk about holidays, and they want you to write down in exercise C, they want you to write down what holidays they're talking about in the conversations. So I'm going to play this so you can hear the conversations,
Okay.
and then we're going to write down on the blanks which holidays they're talking about. Okay? 22.
Page 112. Recognize U.S. holidays. Exercise C. Conversation 1.
What time do the fireworks begin?
At 9. But let's go a little early so we can get a good spot.
So what holiday are they talking about, Christine?
It's Independence Day.
Independence Day. Very good. Independence Day, July 4th. And that's a very common day to have fireworks. Independence Day. Okay.
Conversation 2.
Oh my! What a big turkey!
I'm so glad everyone in the family is coming to help eat it.
Conversation 3.
So what was the one where they have the big turkey?
It's a Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. Very good. Thanksgiving. Number 2 is Thanksgiving. All right. Number 3.
I love the smell of the tree in the house. Don't you?
Yes, and I love decorating the tree too. Here are the lights.
So what day is that?
It's a Christmas.
Christmas. Very good. That's Christmas.
Love Christmas.
Number 3 is Christmas. Yes. Okay, the next one.
Conversation 4.
Well, this is it. Our last barbecue of the summer.
Yeah, I can't believe summer is over.
That's right. Tomorrow it's back to work and back to school.
Oh.
So what day are they talking about there?
I think it's a Labor Day.
Yes, Labor Day. Now here in Tennessee, they start school sooner than Labor Day. They usually start at the beginning of August.
Yes.
Right, but up north in a lot of states, they don't go back to school until after Labor Day.
Okay.
So, but here in this part of the country, we go back in August.
Yeah.
But a lot of schools up north don't go back until after Labor Day. All right, one more.
Conversation 5.
How was the party last night?
We had a terrific time, but we didn't get home until really late. I'm glad it's a holiday today.
Yeah, it's a great way to start the new year.
Okay, so what holiday is that?
It's a New Year's Day.
Yes, New Year's Day. Very good. New Year's Day. All right, we're going to read an article, and what I like to do is we'll listen to the CD, read the article first, and then after they read it on the CD, I'll read it with you and have you repeat after me, okay? It's a good exercise in reading and following along with the conversation. So first we'll listen and let them play it. So I think this is on. It doesn't say that. It doesn't say that this one's on the CD, so we'll just go ahead and read it and repeat.
Okay.
So I'll read it and repeat. It doesn't say that this one's on the CD.
There is no CD here.
Let me make sure, but I don't think it is. No, it's not. Okay, so I'll read this and you repeat after me, okay, Christine?
Okay.
So, what do you know about U.S. holidays?
What do you know about U.S. holidays?
Take this quiz.
Take this quiz.
How many national holidays are there in the United States?
How many national holidays are there in United States?
There are 10 national holidays.
There are 10 national holidays.
But most people don't know that.
But most people don't know that.
Because many businesses stay open on national holidays.
Because many businesses stay open on national holidays.
Schools, banks, and government offices.
Schools, banks, and government offices.
Such as the post office.
Such as the post office.
Are closed on all 10 days.
Are closed on all 10 days. Many
U.S. businesses observe only the big 6.
Observe only the big 6.
New Year's Day,
New Year's Day,
Memorial Day,
Memorial Day,
Independence Day,
Independence Day,
Labor Day,
Labor Day,
Thanksgiving Day,
Thanksgiving Day,
and Christmas Day.
and Christmas Day.
Which holidays celebrate specific people?
Which holidays celebrate specific people?
President's Day,
President's Day,
Martin Luther King Jr. Day,
Martin Luther King Jr. Day,
and Columbus Day
and Columbus Day
celebrate specific people.
celebrate specific people.
President's Day celebrates George Washington,
President Day celebrates George Washington,
the first president of the United States,
the first president of the United States,
and Abraham Lincoln,
and Abraham Lincoln,
the 16th president.
the 16th president.
Martin Luther King Jr. Day
Martin Luther King Jr. Day
celebrates Dr. King's work
celebrates Dr. King's work
for the equality of all people.
for the equality of all people.
Columbus Day
Columbus Day
celebrates the day
celebrates the day
Columbus arrived in the Americas in 1492.
Columbus arrived in the America in
1492.
1492.
When we say a year like that, we often break it up into two different two-digit numbers. So we would say 1492 is the way we say a year. Like right now, we would say 2020. Because we use two-digit numbers to say the number of the year.
Yeah.
What's the difference between Veterans Day and Memorial Day?
What is the difference between Veterans Day and Memorial Day?
Both holidays celebrate the U.S. military.
Both holidays celebrate the U.S. military.
On Veterans Day, we celebrate all people in the U.S. military.
We celebrate all people in the U.S. military.
On Memorial Day, we remember U.S. military personnel.
We remember U.S. military personnel
who died in wars. Okay, it says to read the article again, but we just read through it and did repeating. So let's look at the true or false statements at the bottom. They want you to correct the information if it's false. So if it's false, we're going to circle false, but then we're going to go back to the sentence and change it so that it's correct.
Yes, okay.
Okay, number 1 says there are 10 national holidays.
Yes.
Yes, that's true. So just circle true. We don't have to change anything.
Uh-huh.
All businesses in the U.S. are closed on national holidays.
False.
False. Many, many businesses stay open on holidays. In fact, oftentimes they have big sales on national holidays.
Yeah.
Number 3, well, we need to change that one. How do we have to change that one? We just need to add the word not.
Yes.
So if you go back to all businesses in the U.S. are not closed.
Uh-huh.
So just add the word not.
Yes.
Are not closed on national holidays. Number 3 says government offices are closed on national holidays.
Is it false?
True. That one's true. Government offices are closed on national holidays. You go back to the article and it says schools, banks, and government offices such as the post office are closed on all 10 days.
Yeah.
Especially the post office. There's no mail delivery on national holidays.
Okay.
So they're closed on national holidays. President's Day celebrates the life of Martin Luther King Jr.
President's Day celebrates the life of Martin. No.
That's correct. That's false. So we have to change that one.
Uh-huh.
It's you can change it 2 different ways. President's Day celebrates George Washington and Abraham Lincoln, Or you can change it to Martin Luther King Jr. Day celebrates Martin Luther King Jr.
Yeah.
So you either need to change the part that says President's Day or change who it celebrates, okay?
Yes.
So change it one way or the other. Number 5, Columbus Day celebrates the day Columbus arrived in 1942.
Columbus, yes, true.
That's false.
No, false. It's
the year is wrong.
1492.
That's correct. 1492. The year is wrong. 1492.
Mm-hmm.
And number 6, Veterans Day celebrates all people in the U.S. military.
Yes.
Yes, that one's true. Very good. True. Okay. Let's go to our workbook because we have a workbook page for lesson 4. Read the descriptions of the U.S. holidays and write the holidays from the box. Mm-hmm. So in the box they've given you the 10 major holidays.
Mm-hmm.
And they want you to write those days on the lines in the exercise. So on July 4th we celebrate the birthday of the United States. What day is July 4th?
Independence Day. Independence Day.
I'm trying to go.
July. What?
I'm sorry. On Independence Day.
Yes.
On July 4th, we celebrate Independence Day.
Yes.
Number 2, on the last Monday in May, we remember people who died in wars. What day do we celebrate on the last Monday in May? If you're not sure, Christine, look back at your book.
Yeah.
At the calendar that we did in your big book.
Mm-hmm.
On the calendar in the big book, they'll tell you what was the last Monday in May, and they'll tell you what holiday that was.
Mm-hmm.
So what holiday do we celebrate on the last Monday in May?
It's a Memorial Day.
Yes, Memorial Day. Number 3, on the third Monday in January, we remember the life of a great African American leader. What was his name?
It's Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Yes, very good. Martin Luther King Jr. Number 4, on January 1st, we celebrate the first day of the new year.
New Year's Day, yeah.
Very good, New Year's Day. Number 5, on the first Monday in September, we have barbecues and say goodbye to summer. What day is that? Labor Day. Very good. Number 5 is Labor Day. And number 6, on October 13th, we celebrate a man who sailed from Europe to North America. It's Columbus Day.
Yes, Columbus.
They made a mistake here. They shouldn't say on October 13th. Mm-hmm. It's going to be the Monday nearest October the 12th.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be the Monday nearest October the 12th. Because October 12th is the actual day of Columbus Day, but it's always going to be celebrated on the Monday nearest to October 12th.
Okay.
Number 7, on the third Monday of February, we celebrate the birthday of George Washington.
Yeah, it's President's Day.
President's Day, and it's not just George Washington, it's also Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
So on number 7 is President's Day.
Yeah.
And number 8, on November 11th, we honor people who served in the U.S. military.
It's Veterans Day.
Veterans Day. Veterans Day. V-E-T-E-R-A-N-S. Veterans Day. Veterans Day. On the fourth Thursday of November, we get together with family to eat a large meal.
It's Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. Very good. Number 9 is Thanksgiving. And number 10, on December 25th, we decorate a tree and give gifts to family and friends.
It's Christmas.
Christmas. Number 10 is Christmas. Okay, go over to page 67, exercise B. Look at the calendar. Write the name of each U.S. holiday from exercise A on the correct date on this calendar. So they've done New Year's Day for you. That's going to be on January 1st.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 was the last Monday in May. So let's go to the May calendar. The last Monday in May would be the 31st.
Yeah.
So on the 31st, we would write Memorial Day.
Memorial?
Yes. May 31st would be Memorial Day.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3 was the third Monday in January. We remember the life of a great African American leader. So on January the
6th.
on the third Monday in this calendar, it would be on the 18th.
I'm sorry.
On January 18th.
18. Mm-hmm.
What day are we going to celebrate on this calendar on January 18th?
It's Martin Luther.
Yes, I abbreviated that to MLK. MLK Day is on this calendar is on the 18th of January. Number 5, on the first Monday in September, we have barbecues and say goodbye to summer. Number 5 was
September 6th.
It was Labor Day, September 6th. Very good. September 6th is Labor Day on this calendar. I keep saying on this calendar because I want you to realize it changes from year to year.
Yes.
So on this calendar, it's going to be September 6th. Number 5 on the that's one I just did. Number 6 on October 13th, we celebrate a man who sailed from Europe to North America. And they said October 13th. On this calendar, it's going to be October 11th. So if you look at this calendar, it's actually going to be on October 11th. And what day are we celebrating?
We are in October 11th.
Columbus Day. Number 6 on the previous page was Columbus Day. And on this calendar, it's going to be on October 11th, not the 13th. It'll always be on the Monday closest to October 12th.
Yeah.
Okay, so in this case, on this calendar, it'll be on the 11th. Number 7, on the third Monday of February, we celebrate the birthday of George Washington.
Yes, in February 5th. 15th.
February 15th. And what's the day we celebrate on the 15th?
President's Day.
Yes, President's Day. On the 15th of February on this calendar, because that's the day between the 12th and the 22nd, which are the actual days of Abraham Lincoln and George Washington's birthdays. Number 8, on November 11th, we honor people who served in the U.S. military, so obviously it'll be on November 11th.
Veterans.
What happened on November 11th?
Veterans Day.
Yes, Veterans Day. Veterans Day is on November 11th. Number 9, the fourth Thursday of November, we get together with family.
It's November 30.
Well, in this calendar, it's actually going to be the 25th because it's always on the fourth Thursday.
Yes.
So on this calendar, it'll actually be on the 25th of November, and that'll be Thanksgiving. And number 10 says on December 25th, we decorate a tree and give gifts.
It's a Christmas.
Christmas, and it's always on the 25th of December. Very good. What's your favorite holiday in the U.S., Christine?
I love Christmas.
Christmas is really a great day. I love Christmas too. I love that we celebrate Christ's birth, and we always do that on December 25th.
Yeah.
That's my favorite time of the year too.
Christmas and the Thanksgiving is the second.
And Thanksgiving too. And it's because it's a family day. I like Thanksgiving because we just get together and appreciate family. And I think that's an important thing to do. Are you going to have other family together with you for Thanksgiving this year?
Yes.
Good.
We have my sister-in-law is here, so we go to her in her house and we celebrate together.
Very good. Very good. So you're going to have family together at your sister-in-law's. That's really good. Okay, so let's go back to our big book. We're on lesson 5. Before you listen, Look at the pictures. Now, these are milestones. So now we're talking about milestones. Milestones are a time when something happened that you want to remember. And they're going to be different for each person. For instance, a milestone in your life may not be the same milestone in my life. Right now, a major milestone in my life is when my brother came to live with me because he's no longer able to live alone. So now he lives with me and we help take care of him. So that was a major milestone. So it's an event, and it could be a birthday, it could be an anniversary, it could be a special trip that you took. It could be lots of different things for each individual person. So we're thinking of particular milestones, particular events that happened in your life that you remember for a very special reason, okay?
Okay.
So we're going to look at these and see what they called their milestones. Being born, the birth of a child is always a major milestone. So when you had your children, that day was a major milestone in your life.
Yes.
Having a baby, okay? Growing up, sometimes you will keep mementos of how they grow. For instance, marking on a door or a wall the different time, how tall they were at different birthdays. You might write their birthday and how tall they are. So that's growing up. Graduating from school, so you could have a high school graduation or a university graduation. So graduation is a major milestone. Getting a job, especially your first job, the first time that you go to work for someone else and earn your own living, that could be a major milestone in your life. Getting married is a major milestone in your life. And having children is a major milestone in your life. So you may have others. Can you think of one, Christine, that isn't mentioned here?
No.
These are pretty much the major milestones. I often think about when I joined the military. I served in the U.S. military.
Oh, really?
And when I went in the military, that was a major milestone in my life, was going into the military, and that one's not mentioned here.
Yeah.
So if you can think of anything, a major milestone, maybe a particular birthday. In some cultures, for instance, in the Hispanic culture, the 15th birthday when you turn 15, it's called their quinceañera, and it's a big deal especially for a young lady, for a girl who's turning 15. It's a major celebration. They have a great big party, and it's called a quinceañera when a girl turns 15.
Yeah.
A major milestone in a girl's life. Do you have any special birthdays in your culture? A particular age that a child has that's a major milestone?
No, it's not a special, Maybe getting married is a special. Getting married?
Getting married is a big one, yes. Yes, getting married is a very big one. Very good. And they mentioned that one in here. We're going to listen to a radio show, and they're going to talk about milestones in this radio show, and they want you to mark the ones that they've talked about on this radio show. So we're going to listen to the CD again, and then and then put a check mark by the major milestones that they talk about.
Okay.
Page 114. Listen. Exercises A and B.
Welcome to Star Talk, the program where we talk to today's biggest stars. I'm your host, Amber Jenkins, and today I'm very excited to welcome actor Daniel Lopez.
Thanks. It's great to be here.
So, Daniel, tell us about yourself and your celebrity life.
Sure. But my life really isn't that interesting.
Your life not interesting? I don't believe it. I mean, you're a huge star. Now, let's start with your childhood. You were born in California?
Yes, I was born in California, and that's where I grew up. I had a pretty normal childhood.
What about school?
Yeah, I went to school. I graduated from high school and went to college.
And you always wanted to be an actor?
No, I didn't. Actually, I wanted to be a plumber when I was a kid. My dad was a plumber, and I wanted to be just like him. I started acting in college.
Okay, so you had a normal childhood, you went to school, but now your life is very different, right? You probably do lots of interesting things.
Not really.
Oh, come on. Tell us. What did you do last night? I'll bet you went to a big, fancy party.
No, actually, I stayed home. I watched some TV and went to bed early.
Went to bed early? That's not glamorous at all.
I know, I'm telling you, I don't have a very glamorous life. I'm really just a regular guy.
Well, there you go, listeners. Daniel Lopez is just a regular guy. We need to take a break, but we'll be back.
Okay, so they're talking to Daniel Lopez. So what events, major milestones did they talk about?
It's talking about growing up and going to school.
And being born, because he said he was born in California.
Being born,
so we
yes.
talked about being born, growing up, and going to school.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to listen again, and this time we're going to complete the sentences in exercise.
Okay.
So look at those sentences, and we'll fill in those blanks while we listen again.
Yes, okay.
Page 112. Recognize U.S. holidays. Exercise C.
It's
Conversation
not
1.
I'm not in the right place.
Okay.
Page 114.
I don't know. Okay, now it's in the right place.
Listen. Exercises A and B.
Welcome to Star Talk, the program where we talk to today's biggest stars. I'm your host, Amber Jenkins, and today I'm very excited to welcome actor Daniel Lopez.
Thanks. It's great to be here.
So, Daniel, tell us about yourself and your celebrity life.
Sure. But my life really isn't that interesting.
Your life not interesting? I don't believe it. I mean, you're a huge star. Now, let's start with your childhood. You were born in California?
Yes, I was born in California, and that's where I grew up.
So
I had a pretty normal childhood.
Yes.
What about
So number 1, circle California.
California, yes.
school?
Yeah, I went to school. I graduated from high school and went to college.
And you always wanted to be an actor?
No, I didn't. Actually, I wanted to be a plumber when I was a kid.
Plumber.
A plumber, so that's letter B. He wanted to be a plumber.
My dad was a plumber, and I wanted to be just like him. I started acting in college.
Okay, so you had a normal childhood, you went to school, but now your life is very different, right? You probably do lots of interesting things.
Not really.
Oh, come on. Tell us. What did you do last night? I'll bet you went to a big, fancy party.
No, actually, I stayed home. I watched some TV and went to bed early.
Went to bed early? That's not glamorous at all.
I know, I'm telling you, I don't have a very glamorous life. I'm really just a regular guy.
Well, there you go, listeners. Daniel Lopez is just a regular guy. We need to take a break, but we'll be back.
So number 3 was he stayed home.
Stayed home.
Yes.
What is the meaning of glamorous?
Glamorous. We like to think about actors and movie stars as people who do fancy things, elaborate things. They're always in the spotlight. We see it in these magazines that we read in the grocery store. And glamorous is exciting and public and
it's like a famous.
Yes, like that.
Person.
But it usually applies to celebrities Also to the Queen of England and the Prince Charles and Prince William, the different royalty. So we think about glamorous as being these people that are kind of famous.
Yes.
Okay. So yes, in a way that's what we think of as glamorous.
Glamorous.
Okay. All right, let's look over on page 115. And we're going to listen again. Now, before we do that, let's read this pronunciation watch in the corner. It says, to check our understanding, sometimes we repeat a statement as a question. The voice goes up at the end. So I might say, today we're going to be in our book on page 115. And you might say, on page 115, so you're asking a question to confirm what I just said as a statement. You might say the same words as a question just to confirm what I just said or what you just heard. Okay? So they did that on this interview, on this radio show. It says, listen to the intonation of the sentences and then listen and repeat. So the intonation, where they put the emphasis and the manner of speaking changes when it's a statement or when it's a question. Okay, so your manner of speaking may change. You'll hear the voice go up when it's a question, and it's just normal or the same when it's a statement. Okay, so first let's listen on the CD and pay attention to the intonation. That's when does their voice change? When does it go up like a question? And when is it just a statement? So first let's listen, and then we'll listen and repeat. 24.
Page 115. Conversation. Exercise A. Listen.
You were born in California?
Stella came to the U.S. last year.
Daniel always wanted to be an actor?
You got a job in a supermarket?
Okay, now we're going to repeat.
Listen and repeat.
You were born in California?
You were born
in
California?
Stella came to the U.S. last year.
Stella came to the U.S. last year.
Daniel always wanted to be an actor?
Daniel always wanted to be an actor.
You got a job in a supermarket?
You got a job in a supermarket?
Very good. So you can see how the intonation changes when it's a question.
Yes.
All right, we're going to listen to these sentences, and you're supposed to determine whether it's a statement or a question based on the intonation when they say it. So if it's a statement, we're going to put a period at the end of the sentence. And if it's a question, we're going to put a question mark at the end of the sentence, okay? So listen, and then you'll know what type of punctuation to put at the end, okay? This is 25.
Page 115. Conversation. Exercise B. 1.
Maria grew up in Houston.
2.
You came to the U.S. in 1995?
3.
Ali graduated from college 2 years ago.
4.
She got married last year?
So you see how the intonation changes? Yeah. So number 1, is that a statement or a question?
I think it is a statement.
Yes, it's a statement. It ends in a period. And number 2, you came to the U.S. in 1995?
It's a question.
Yes, it's a question. So put a question mark at the end of number 2. Number 3, Ali graduated from college 2 years ago.
It's a statement.
Statement. So it gets a period. It's just a statement. And number 4, she got married last year?
It's a question.
It's a question. So you put a question mark for number 4. All right, let's go on. We're going to go on to a conversation. First, we're going to listen, and then we'll listen and repeat.
Page 115, Conversation. Exercise C. Listen.
So, tell me, where are you from?
China. I was born in a small village, but I grew up in Beijing.
And you came to the U.S. 5 years ago?
Right. First, my wife and I got an apartment in Long Beach. Then we moved to San Francisco.
Your English is very good. Did you study English in China?
Yes, I did, but I didn't practice speaking a lot.
Okay, now we'll repeat.
Listen and repeat.
So, tell me, where are you from?
So,
Where
tell
are
me.
you from?
China. I was born in a small village, but I grew up in Beijing.
China.
I was born in a small village, but I grew up in Beijing.
Beijing.
And you came to the U.S. 5 years ago?
And you came to the U.S. 5 years ago?
Right. First, my wife and I got an apartment in Long Beach.
Right. First
my wife and I got an apartment in Long Beach.
Then we moved to San Francisco.
Then we moved to San Francisco.
Your English is very good.
Your English is very good.
English is very good.
Did you study English in China?
Did you study English in China?
Yes, I did, but I didn't practice speaking a lot.
Yes, I did.
But I didn't practice the speaking a lot.
Very good. Okay, so that was that lesson. It says to practice the conversation. They want you to talk about things in your life. You've already told me that you're from Egypt. How long ago did you come to the U.S., Christine?
I came 2 years ago.
2 years ago?
Yes.
So you were married in Egypt,
Yes.
and then you came to the U.S. What made you come to the U.S.?
What?
Why did you come?
Why I come here? But I come here to live here with my kids.
Okay, with your husband and your family. Yes. Very good. Very good. Did he come for a particular job? Did he have something already set up to come here to work?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Okay. Let's turn over to lesson 6 on page 116. Do you want me to stop here or do you want me to go on?
Yeah, it's okay if you stop here.
Okay. We'll stop here and we'll start again on lesson 6.
Yes, okay.
Now we won't have any class next week.
So there is no any class next week?
No class next week. So it'll be 2 weeks before we have class again, and it'll actually be in December, okay?
Oh, in December?
In December. So our next class will be on December 3rd, okay? Our next class will be on December 3rd.
December 3rd? Okay.
Yeah. At 9 o'clock in the morning. So our next class is December 3rd at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
Okay? Very good. You have a wonderful holiday, Christine.
Thank you.
Okay, and I'll talk to you in 2 weeks.
Yes, Miss Elsa, I want to tell you something. I want to know how can I write the essay in English or something.
How can you write in English?
Yeah, write an essay. It's a paragraph or...
A paragraph. Sentences in a paragraph? An essay. Yes, I understand.
Essay. Yes.
You want to write an essay in English?
Yes.
Yes.
Because I'm actually a registration in the phlebotomy course. In the.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand.
You didn't understand me? I do a registration for a phlebotomy course. You know the phlebotomy?
A course you're taking?
Yes.
Okay.
Phlebotomy. The phlebotomy it is a medical course. It's like to take a blood from a human.
Okay. Oh, you want to become a phlebotomist?
Yes, phlebotomy.
You want to draw blood. Yes. So it's for a medical job?
I actually I registration in the university. It's Austin P.
Okay. And they want you to write an essay?
Yes.
And what is the essay supposed to be about?
No, they didn't ask me about any essay, but I want to training. How can I write that?
Okay, why don't you practice? Some of the things we talked about in today's lesson was milestones. You can talk about yourself. So, my name is Christine Grais. I came to the U.S. 2 years ago with my husband and my children. He had a job here that brought us to the United States. And then talk about things that have happened in your life and the things that you want to be able to do. So I would like to become a phlebotomist. For that job, I need to study English. So you write these things down, and then I will go over it with you and help you correct it, okay?
Okay.
So don't worry about if you do it wrong. Just go ahead and write it down, and then I will help you to fix that. So if you want to spend some time with me to go over that and make sure that you did it correctly, I'll be happy to help you do that, okay?
Okay, Miss Elsa, thank
You start by writing down sentences, and then I will help you to fix it, make it correct.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, I will do.
Okay,
I will do.
very good, very good.
Thank you.
You work on that over the next 2 weeks, and we'll do that on December 3rd when we have our next class, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Very good. Thank you, Christine. I'll see you in 2 weeks. You have a wonderful holiday.
You too, Miss Elsa. Thank you, bye.
Bye.